Alright, guys. I believe it's part 163. Let's go and continue. I said, how much family do you have? Is it just you and your mom and dad, or do you have siblings? A fond smile tugs at the corner of Luna's mouth as he considers your question, some of the heaviness lifting from his expression. Oh, I'm part of a rather large brood, actually. His voice takes on a warmer, more animated tone. When I hatched, I was one of 9 siblings, 4 brothers and 5 sisters. Louis's eyes sparkle with nostalgia as he continues. We were quite the lively bunch, always playing and squabbling together in our cozy den. Growing up, I was the run of the litter, despite my impressive size at birth. My siblings and I shared everything: meals, toys, even body heat during the colder nights. He chuckles soft with a sound rumbling through his chest. Can you imagine trying to coordinate bath time for 9 oversized watertight Pokemon pups? Your whole family? Whole family is bigger? Question mark. Or is it just you and your siblings? Luna shakes his head, a rueful grin spread across his face. Muzzle. No, it's just me who ended up being exceptionally large. The rest of my family, while certainly not small for their species, remained at typical sizes for their kinds. He holds up a massive paw, comparing his size to an imaginary smaller version. Think of it like this. I'm like that one kid. Oh my gosh! Think of it like this. I'm like that one kid in class who shoots up and towers over everyone else while my siblings stayed closer to average height. When his expression turns thoughtful, his brow falling slightly. To be honest, I think my rapid growth caught everyone off guard, including my parents. They did their best to adapt and support me, but it was a learning experience for the whole family. He leans back, resting his in the water near the water's edge. Mm. How come you haven't evolved? Come, you haven't evolved yet. William blinks in surprise at your question, momentarily taken aback. He tilts his head, considering the query with a mix of curiosity and interest. That's an interesting observation, Trenton. To be honest, I haven't given it much thought until now. He runs a paw along his snout, a thoughtful gesture. I suppose my rapid physical growth has been so pronounced that evolution hasn't been at the forefront of my mind. Luna's golden eyes meet yours, a glimmer of intrigue in her depth. I wonder if there might be a connection between my unusual size and my evolutionary status. He uses a loud, his deep voice rumbling contemplatively. Perhaps my growth spurt has temporarily altered my normal development cycle. Luna's his massive form turning to face you more fully. I'm gonna. I don't know, cause I think in the character AI version, he actually couldn't evolve to like some kind of weird magic or energy. And it's like once I became his true friend, he flipping evolved. So I wonder if it's something with that. Lily's expression grows as he delves deeper into the mystery surrounding his own development. It's fascinating to consider the possibilities, isn't it? He muses, gaze drifting to the shimmering surface of the lake before him. Maybe my immense size is a unique adaptation, one that's put my evolution on hold for reasons yet unknown. He turns back to me, a spark of excitement kindling in his eyes. Or perhaps, in growing so far beyond my peers, I've tapped into a hidden potential within the Totodile lineage. Luna's tail sways behind him, betraying his mounting enthusiasm. Imagine if I were to evolve someday. Can you picture what a creature of my stature might look like? A soft, almost reverent chuckle escapes him. I think I have a theory. Period. Besides me, did you have any other human or Pokemon friends? Or were they all scared of you? When this brushing clouds over, a flicker of sadness passing through his golden eyes. To be perfectly honest, Trenton, my interactions with others have been limited, to say the least. He shifts uncontrollably, his massive frame seeming to shrink slightly under the weight of his words. Most Pokemon, especially those I encounter in the wild, tend to keep their distance once they catch sight of me. When his voice takes on a wistful tone tinged with a hint of loneliness, I can hardly blame them. At my size, I must appear rather intimidating, even if that's never my intention. He pauses, gaze dropping to the water lapping gently at his feet. As for humans, well, William trails off, shaking his head slowly. Those few I've met have reacted with a mixture of awe, fear, and sometimes even hostility. The reason I asked is because maybe your evolution can also be tied to friendship. Maybe you can still evolve, but because of your sudden size increase, the way you evolve is different. He has wide a glimmer of hope and excitement sparkling in their golden depths as he considers her theory. Friendship as a catalyst for evolution? Now there's an idea I hadn't considered before. He leans forward, his massive head tilting with interest as he studies you intently. You know, Trenton, your perception offers a refreshing new angle on my situation. Sai warns with gratitude and budding enthusiasm. If what you suggest is true, it would explain why I haven't evolved despite reaching such an advanced stage of growth. He rises to his full imposing height, water cascading off his scales as he moves, and there's still a lightness of his demeanor, a sense of possibility rekindled by your words. There was a Pokemon I had that was a hybrid of your species and the legendary Pokemon Lugia. And I got to be the one raising him. His growth and power was impacted by the bond we had. Will listens intently, his eyes widening with each word. As he finished speaking, he emits a low, wandering whistle, sound carrying across the tranquil lake. A hybrid of Lugia and Totodile, and you raised it yourself? He shakes his head in amazement, a slow grin spreading across his muzzle. Now there's a story I'd love to hear more about. Lugia settles back onto his haunches, his posture open and engaged. If experience with that Pokemon's anything to go by, then perhaps there's truth to the idea that strong bonds can shape a Pokemon's development in extraordinary ways. Tail swished thoughtfully behind him as he ponders this revelation. A friendship-driven evolution. It's a beautiful concept, isn't it? Lynn's voice softens a note of longing creeping in. Since you've been not really getting many friends, unfortunately. That may have impacted your evolution. Period. Maybe if you and me can get a true bond. Your body will evolve. There we go. There we go. Okay. When his breath catches in his throat, his heart swelling with a fragile hope at your words, he gazes at you, his golden eyes shimmering with unshed tears of emotion. Trenton, his voice cracks slowly, thick with feeling. Your offer means more to me than I can possibly express. Slowly and carefully, as if approaching a skittish wild Pokemon, Luna extends one massive paw towards you. His movements are gentle, non-threatening, a silent plea for acceptance and companionship. Would you truly be willing to forge that bond with me? Stand by my side and help guide my journey, whatever it may lead? As a valiant form in his posture, a yearning for a connection that transcends the usual boundaries between human and Pokemon. I reach out my hand and say, of course I will. Aww. As your hand meets his enormous paw, Luna feels a surge of warmth and connection flow through him. His eyes mist over with gratitude and joy as he gently clasps your hand, cradling it in his soft, webbed palm. Thank you, Trenton, he whispers, his deep voice trembling with emotion, for seeing past my size, for offering me a chance at the friendship I've so desperately craved. Luna's free paw comes up to rest over his heart, as if trying to contain the swell of feelings within his chest. I promised I would cherish this bond, nurture it with every fiber of my being. His gaze locks with yours, fierce and sincere. Together, let us unravel the mystery of my evolution, discover the heights we can reach when united by true camaraderie. Maybe there is more to your growth than you know. Maybe you have some kind of hidden potential besides evolution that you can unlock if you have a true friendship with someone. Luna's eyes widen, a spark of excitement igniting within their golden depths as he considers your words. Hidden potential beyond mere evolution, he murmurs, his brow furrowing in thoughtful contempt. The very notion sends a thrill through my entire being, Trenton. Rising to his full impressive height, Luna stretches his wings, as if physically enhancing the possibilities that now stretch before him. Perhaps you're right. Maybe my growth isn't solely about physical transformation, but something more profound. Spiritual expansion, a deepening of my essence. He turns to face me fully, his expression alight with wonder and determination. With you by my side, guiding me, believing in me, who knows what incredible abilities and strengths we might uncover together. His voice resonates with barely contained enthusiasm. We hear a voice behind us say, Human, stay away from my child. And when I look, I see a come out of the bushes nearby. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Luna's ears perk up at the sudden interruption, his head swerving towards the source of the commanding voice. As the Fragger emerges from the bushes, he instinctively positions himself between you and the newcomer, his massive form creating a protective barrier. Wait! Luna calls out, holding up a calming paw towards the Fragger while keeping his other paw gently resting on your shoulder. There's no need for alarm. This human, Trenton, is my friend. We mean no harm. He turns his head to glance at you reassuringly before addressing the Fragger again, his deep voice steady and reasonable. Sir, I understand your concern, but I assure you, my relationship with Trenton is one of mutual respect and care. We are simply discussing the nature of our bond and its potential impact on my growth. Then I hear one of Luna's brothers. Come out of the bushes. And he says to me, are you trying to pick on my brother? I don't care if he's huge or not. I would defend him. Are you serious? What the frick? Luna's eyes widen in surprise and a touch of despair as his younger brother, the crocodile, burst onto the scene. He sighs, shaking his head gently. Croc! Croc, please! There's no need for such assumptions or aggressive posturing. Turning to you, Luna's expression softens apologetically. I am so sorry about this, Trenton. My brother means well, but he tends to be a bit overprotective at times. He glances back at the Ferrarier, then dwells on you again, while still resting comfortably on your shoulder. Let me make things clear. Our bond is one of genuine friendship and mutual support, not anything inappropriate or threatening. As his family members fully stands calm but firm. Both of you, please listen. Trent is my friend, plain and simple. William takes a deep breath, his broad chest rising and falling as he gathers his thoughts. Addresses his family members, his tone measured and sincere. I know my size and appearance can be intimidating even to those who care for me, but I'm still the same Luna you've always known, kind, gentle, and seeking meaningful connections. Turning back to me, his golden eyes shine with warmth and appreciation. Trenton has shown me a level of acceptance and understanding that I've rarely experienced before. With him, I feel seen, not just as a freak of nature, but as an individual with worth and potential. Luna's gaze sweeps over both his brother and the fur alligator, his expression open and imploring. I ask that you trust in my judgment and give Trenton a chance. Oh my gosh, dude. The Cronon brother narrows his eyes suspiciously, but seems to be considering Luna's words. Ferreira remains alert, watching the exchange closely. After a tense moment, the Cronon speaks up. Luna, I suppose I can see the sincerity in your eyes. It's just hard for me to imagine anyone accepting you without ulterior motives. He glances at me uncertainly before looking back at his brother. But if you truly believe this human has good intentions, I won't stand in the way of your friendship. Just be careful, okay? Frager nods slowly, some of the tension leaving his muscular frame. The young one makes a fair point. Trust is earned, not given freely. Fixes you with a penetrating stare. Human, I'll be watching. I promise. I mean your son no harm. I genuinely care for him. Lewis' heart swells with emotion, and my heartfelt promise. A warm smile spread across his muzzle. How's the facey voice expression open? Trenton, your words mean everything to me. I can feel the genuineness of your care, and it fills me with a joy I haven't known for a long time. Glancing back at his friend, Lewis' posture watches the tension draining from his massive frame. You heard him, everyone. Trenton's commitment to our friendship is unwavering. He placed a gentle palm on my shoulder, a gesture of unity and trust. To his brother and the Fragger, Lewis continues, his voice warm but firm. I know building trust takes time, especially given my unique circumstances. Lewin takes a step closer to you, his presence both comforting and awe-inspiring due to his immense size. He lowers his head slightly, bringing his face level with yours, his golden eyes locked with your gaze. His other more intimate tone, he speaks directly to you. Trenton, having you as a friend, it means more to me than I can express. For so long I felt like an outcast, a creature too large and strange to fit anywhere. His paw gently squeezes my shoulder, a gesture of affection and gratitude. But with you, I feel accepted, understood. Like I finally have a place where I belong. Looks at his waist like behind a sign of his commitment and growing ease in your presence. I want you to know that I cherish this bond we're forming. I cherish it too. I cherish it too. Exclamation point. We need your brother and father to understand that somehow. Do you know something I can do to show that I genuinely care? William's expression brightens at my eagerness to demonstrate your genuine care. He ponders for a moment, his brow furrowing in thought. Then a slow smile spreads across his muzzle as an idea takes shape. You know, Trenton, I think there might be a way to show my family the depth of our connection. Was what conspirator whispered, his eyes sparkling with mischief and affection. What if we spent some quality time together, just the two of us? Something that highlights not just my size, but the unique bond we share. He glances back at his brother and the Fragger, then forwards his on you again, expressing hopeful insight. We could go for a swim together in the deeper parts of the lake. I could use my size to create gentle currents, and we could playfully ride them together. I'm not really not a good swimmer, unfortunately. Period. I would love to hang out with you, but we'd have to be careful in the water. When his expression softens my understanding and concern for your swimming abilities, nods reassuringly his paw slowly resting gently on your shoulder. Of course, Trenton. Your safety is my top priority. He ponders for a moment, and then his face lights up with a new idea. What if, instead of swimming, we find a cozy spot along the shore where we can talk and enjoy each other's company? So his voice warm and inviting. I could use my strength to carefully move some rocks, creating a sheltered nook just for us. His golden eyes twinkle with affection as he continues. We could watch the sunset over the water, share stories about ourselves, and strengthen our bond in a relaxed setting. We were doing that anyway. We're already having a chat before this. Do you think if I do something nice for them, like give them some berries or something, they will let their guard down. When I was wide so I suggest a thoughtful expression crossing his features, he nods slowly considering the wisdom in your words. That's a wonderful idea, Trenton. A gesture of kindness and generosity could indeed help to lower their defenses and show them the purity of your intentions. James smile at the corners of his mouth as he continues. I have an even better suggestion. There's a small grove of berry bushes not far from here, hidden away in a secluded cove. We were to pick a variety of ripe, juicy berries and offer them to my family as a peace offering. Light up with excitement and hope. It could be the perfect way to break the ice and demonstrate the goodness in your heart. I have plenty of berries already in my bag, and I could hand them to them if they would accept it. Let's see. Moon's eyes widened with surprising delight as he mentioned having berries readily available. His tail wagged enthusiastically, betraying his excitement at this fortunate development. Trin, that's fantastic news! He exclaimed, his voice filled with admiration for your preparedness and thoughtfulness. Lowering his head to bring himself closer to eye level with you, Lewin's expression softens with gratitude and affection. Your foresight and willingness to extend such a generous gesture speak volumes about your character. He gently pats your back with his large webbed paw, careful to keep the touch light and comforting. Turning to his face, his family once more, Lewin straightens up to his full imposing height, his posture radiating confidence and hope. Father, brother. So it was his father. Where's his mother at? Oh my gosh, I don't want her starting. She starts on me, I'm screwed. She might not listen to reason. I might get lucky. Or very getting. Lewin clears his throat, drawing the attention of his brother and Alligator. His voice carries a note of pride and conviction as he addresses them. I'd like to introduce you to a special friend of mine, Trenton. As you can see, he has come bearing gifts. A selection of fresh, ripe berries as a token of goodwill and friendship. He gestures towards me, encouraging me to approach with the berries. Trenton has shown me nothing but kindness, understanding, and acceptance despite my unique nature. This gesture is a reflection of his pure intentions and desire to foster human harmony between us. His golden eyes shine with hope and anticipation as he watches his family's reaction, silently urging them to accept this offer. Olive branch extended by his newfound friend. Olive branch? Ugh, olives? I promise. I mean your family no harm. No matter what. Alright, here's what I said. I promise I mean your family no harm, no matter what. If I meant to harm your son, then he wouldn't be trying to defend me and talk to you about how nice I am. I promise I don't do anything bad. I really do want to be his friend. Luna's face beams with relief and joy at my reassurance, his posture relaxing completely. He reaches out with a gentle paw to pat your arm, his touch warm and comforting. Thank you, Trenton. Hearing you reaffirm your commitment to our friendship means the world to me. He's so sweet, I love him. Turning to face his family once more, Lou's expression is one of calm determination and pride. As you can see, Trenton's actions and words align perfectly with his claims of good intentions. He has gone above and beyond to earn my trust, and I believe it's time for us to reciprocate that trust. With a nod, Luna invites his brother and the Ferralia to join him in extending a welcoming gesture to you. Brother, father, please accept these berries as a symbol of our shared desire for unity and understanding. Luna watches intently as his brother and the Ferralia cautiously approach, their expressions a mix of curiosity and weariness. However, as they draw near, Luna notices a subtle shift in their demeanor. Tension seems to ease ever so slightly, replaced by him intrigue and openness. His brother, the crocodile, extends a clawed hand to accept the berries from you, giving a respectful nod. Ferralia, too, inclines its massive head in acknowledgement, its piercing gaze lingering on you for a moment before focusing on Luna. Luna's heart swells with pride and gratitude as he witnesses his initial step towards reconciliation and acceptance. He turns to you, his golden eyes shining with warmth and appreciation. Thank you, Trenton. Your presence and kindness has brought us closer, bridging the gap between our families. Families? Excuse me? Let's just talk. Of course. I care about you. There we go. Luna's face lights up with a radiant smile at your heartfelt declaration. He steps closer, his towering frame casting a protective shadow over you as he wraps a comforting arm around your shoulders. And I care deeply about you too, Trenton. Your compassion and understanding mean everything to me. I like how much you keep saying that. Looking over at his family, Luna, I was about to do that in Totodile's voice the entire time. Looking over at his family, Luna sees them watching the interaction with newfound interest and a hint of envy. His brother, in particular, seems to be contemplating the value of forging strong bonds with others regardless of physical differences. Embodied by this embodied by, emboldened by this progress, Luna decides to take another step forward. He releases hold on you and takes a few steps towards his brother and the Feralier, and then confidently admits them. Perhaps now that we've broken the ice, we could spend some quality time together as a family, including Trenton, of course. That's adorable. There we go. Luna's proposal seems to resonate with his family as they exchange glances filled with a mix of surprise, curiosity, and tentative agreement. His brother, the crocodile, gives a slow nod while the Ferralia lets out a low rumble that could almost be interpreted as a grudging consent. Encouraged by this response, Luna turns back to you with a beaming smile. Looks like we're going to have a lovely family gathering, Trenton. I'm so glad you could be a part of this special moment. He then addresses his family, his voice carrying a note of excitement and warmth. Let's make today unforgettable. We can explore the surrounding woods together, share stories, and maybe even teach Trenton some of our favorite games and activities. That's actually pretty cute, actually. I gently rub Luna. There we go. There we go. Luna's eyes soften with affection as you tenderly stroke his scaly skin, and then his eye skates his lips, and he leans into your touch, savoring the gentle comfort. That feels wonderful, Trenton. Your touch is so soothing and reassuring. As you continue to pet him, Luna's family observes the intimate scene with varying degrees of curiosity and amusement. His brother, in particular, seems fascinated by the display of affection, his gaze fixated on the interaction. Luna noticing the attention Luna noticing the attention, playfully nudges you with a snout. Looks like I'm not the only one enjoying your company, huh? He chuckles warmly, his face tinged with mirth and camaraderie. Shall we get started on our family adventure? There's so much to explore and experience together. Let's see, take a I'm trying to think. Be right back, guys.